What is up, my friends? I want to talk about 99 MIDI today. Do I like 99 MIDI more than 99.3? What about high MIDI with low 3 compared to high 3? What about high MIDI, high 3 against high 3? Let's talk about it today. The build that I'm going to be talking about today is my 99 MIDI 94.3 6.6 two-way sharpshooter. I've posted about this all year. This is the second build I've made in 2K. And from the point I made it to now, nothing has changed at all with contest system. If anything has changed with the system of contests, it's gotten worse. I just played with this build the other day with a 99 MIDI and had 30 in the first game. So it's a lot of fun to use, but I wanted to break down the pros of having a high MIDI compared to maybe a high 3. But I really just want to talk mostly about the MIDI today. We'll do 99.3 in its own video. Today's all about the 99 MIDI. If you want to know why I'm taking the shots I'm taking or how I'm taking the shots I'm taking, how to get to the spots to shoot the shots I'm taking, I posted a MIDI tutorial video. I went pretty in depth there. It's actually the most liked video on my channel, so you guys seem to really enjoy that. I appreciate the love there as always. But yeah, in that video I talk a lot about where I'm taking these shots, and I even show how to take these shots. These are the animations that I'm using as well right now. The main ones is Michael Jordan dribble pull-up, Jalen Green dribble style, and I mean that's really all that's worth talking about. Cross launching east to west to get into the MIDI. I'm going to show some gameplay of me using this, and I think the two hardest game modes to use mid-range, which is Pro-Am and Random Rec. People running all over the place in Random Rec, so there's not really a time to get open shots, it feels like. So it's nice to have a 99 MIDI. And then in Pro-Am, obviously, it's just kind of hard to get anything going in Pro-Am because teams are really good. But here's gameplay for you guys right here. While you guys are watching this, I'll talk about 99 MIDI. 3 pros that I want to talk about with a 99 MIDI that you may not be getting with the 99.3. It's very, very hard to guard a 99 MIDI. As you can see, anytime that there's open space, we even did overloads where I just get the opportunity to go left or right and score. Like that's how broken a MIDI is. If I can get into open space, you literally can't mess up when guarding a MIDI. You have to be up on me. You cannot let me get into open space. If you cut me off going right, I'm just going to run away and go left. Vice versa. If I'm trying to go left and you cut me off, I'm going to sprint right. Avoiding the front fades is important, but it's very hard to guard, especially on a 6.6. So pro number 1, very, very hard to contest a mid-range this year. The second pro that I would want to talk about is that it's very useful on a big build. You can't get 99.3 on tall builds, so it's kind of hard to sit here and say like you can be just as good of a shooter on a tall build as you can a small build that has a 99.3. But that 99 MIDI changes everything. So if you have a 99 MIDI, you don't really need as much 3 ball. The only thing that I would change with this build is dropping my 94.3 down to 89, and I wouldn't even put any cap breakers on it. So I'd have 4 cap breakers by the end of Season 3 that I could fiddle far around and put anywhere else on my build. I wish I did that instead. That way I'd have a 99 MIDI and an 89.3. So definitely the second pro with having a high MIDI. You don't need to spend as many attribute points on a high 3. I do think that that's important, but it's also important to note too that even if you have a high MIDI, you're forced to put your 3 at a certain level. Just like if you have a 94.3, you have to have an 84 MIDI. That's just how the builder is. It's the same way, with a 99 MIDI. You have to have your 3-point at a certain level. If you're really trying to shoot well, I wouldn't go any less than an 83.3. The second part of the 99 MIDI that I think is also very beneficial is that if you're going to shoot your MIDI, you're going to just run left or right and shoot it. Your ball handle doesn't need to be as high. If you were to have a 99.3, you almost have to have a 92 ball handle to really make the most of a 99.3 because you're going to be on the top of the key and around the perimeter dancing, trying to get open. Whereas you really just need to find the open space with a tall build that has MIDI, pull up, and shoot. I'll talk about my jump shot at the end of all these videos that you're watching now. But I do know that on this build on 6.6, I have an 86 speed with ball and just an 81 ball handle. And that gold lightning launch is massive. Very, very crucial. I'd rather have that than my handles for days gold, if that makes sense. So Very important to note that if you have a high midi, you don't have to spend as much on your ball handle and your playmaking in general. You could go 85 pass if you want to be really cheesy and bail out of all these middies. That's something that I wish I probably did. If I were to lower my three, I'd up my pass. So that would be really cheesy. But another pro to the 99 midi is definitely you don't need high ball handle, in my opinion, when you have a 99 midi, unless you're getting a 99 midi to help with your three that you're not going to spend as much on. That makes sense. But you have a 99 midi because you want to use the 99 midi. The last important thing I want to talk about when it comes to a 99 midi is the RNG in this game is insane. If you know anything about NBA 2K25 this year, you play this game religiously or even not religiously. You just play it every once in a while when you get home from work, from school, or whatever the case may be. It is so RNG this year. It's actually insane. I'll talk about my hotspots and jump shot later when I mention the RNG, but when it comes to RNG, the 3-point shot is just inconsistent this year in general. So if there's any pro that the 99 midi has over the three, the RNG is non-existent in the mid range. You have a pure green window in the mid range. No matter where you're shooting it, how you're shooting it, your green window is really not going to change. The only thing that might change it is the contest. But like I said earlier, if you're making a tall build, have a 99 midi. If you have a 99 midi on your tall guard build, it's almost impossible to really get a contest with your Deadeye on Legendary, Shifty on Legendary. It's disgusting. It's broken. Go ahead and make a build with 99 midi simply on the fact that there's a pure green window. The idea of not having a pure green window is insane to me. So the fact that they put it in the mid range is kind of funny to me, to be honest with you, because no one really shoots middies. So that's the only thing that you could probably argue against the mid range, is that no one's going to shoot it. But to me, that gives it the biggest edge, the biggest pro to a midi, is no one's expecting you to shoot it. Pure green window, impossible to contest. You really can't go wrong with a 99 midi this year in NBA 2K25. I've spent time talking about 99 MIDI today. I showed clips the entire time of me talking about it to prove that it really is broken. It really is easy to use. And I think that that's the most important message that you should gain from this video today. It is incredibly easy to use a 99 MIDI in NBA 2K25. Be tall. Don't put a lot of ball handle on because you don't need it, and have a great time using 99 MIDI because it's so easy to use. I really can't say that enough. Very, very easy to use. You don't need to be this incredible sweat to shoot a midi. Just run left, run right, and shoot. I do want to show my jump shot right here. Jarrett Culver base, Oscar Robertson release. I think this is the best jump shot for 6'6" builds, 6'7" builds, 6'8", 6'9". I think this is the best jump shot for those builds. So let me know what you think about this kind of video in the comments below. Is 99 MIDI more worth it than 99.3? The next video that I make regarding a 99 attribute, we're going to talk about 99 3-point and why I would, in situations, why I would take a 99.3 over a 99 MIDI. But I would take a 99 MIDI over a 99.3 if you're a tall guard, you're not looking to dribble a ton, and you're really trying to go crazy in the mid-range specifically. Leave a like, comment what you think below. I appreciate the love as always. If you like what we're doing over here, sub up. I appreciate it as always. Goodbye.